Hello everyone, in this section we're going to cover expressions in Lua. Expressions are basic chunks of code that are either defining or comparing two elements of data. So what we're going to go over first is the arithmetic operators, which are the very simple, equal sign, plus, minus, divide, parentheses, all those elements. So first things first, let's go ahead and open the main file and the expression final file in your expressions folder. And once we have the main file open, we're going to go ahead and just do a couple expressions to see how they work. So first things first, we're going to tell var to equal 1, and then go ahead and print that var to see what it comes out as. So we'll see the value of var is now 1. So let's try a little bit more advanced. Do var is 1 plus 1. And we'll see now that's 2. So what happens with the expression for the equal sign is it takes whatever's on the right and it assigns it to what's on the left. So single equal sign takes everything from the right, moves it and gives it to the variable on the left. Now in Lua and majority of programming languages, it has to be some sort of data type or variable on the right. You cannot put a number on the left because it isn't an actual variable or data type. So you'll see that fails. But you can, in fact, put a variable on. So we could say var equals var plus 1. And then that should print what var was plus 1, so giving us 3. We also have plenty of advanced options for our expressions. So we can do times 2 divided by 2 plus 1. And you'll see here, this gives us a value of 2. And the order of operation in Lua is what's known as PEMDAS. So this is parentheses, exponent, multiply, divide, add, subtract. So it does it basically in parentheses first, then it does exponentials, then it does multiply and divide, then it does add and subtract. And it also does this from a left to right read order. So if we do 2 times 2 divided by 2, it's going to do the multiply first, then it's going to move on to the divide. So we get 4 divided by 2, giving us a value of 2. Whereas if it had read it from this side, then we would have had 2 times 1 here, creating 2. So it really does come out to the same value in this situation, but it needs to be understood that it starts on the left, moves to the right. And if we did something such as this, we'll see that it's going to give us a value of 4, because it's going to divide 2 by 2 and then multiply it by 4 because it does whatever's in the parentheses first. So that's the basic order of operation. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and look at the relationship or relational operators. So relational operators are comparisons. So what we'll do here is just create a basic if statement. We're going to go over these in more detail later. But what we'll do is we'll just do the basic print statements. So we're going to go ahead and print 1 equals 1. And you'll see that we got a print statement of true. So what the to equal sign is this is checking to see if something is equal to something else. So it's saying is 1 equal to 1. So since it is, it comes out as true. If we change this to 3, you'll see that we'll get a false because this isn't correct. So let's go ahead and test this with a variable. So if we put var is equal to 3, right now we'll get a true because var was created as 3. Then if we do a var equals var plus 1, we'll now see our print statement is false. So there's plenty of relationship operators. There's also something such as greater than. So this will come out true because var is currently 4. We also have something similar to this, which is, let's do less than or equals to. So if var is less than or equal to 3, this will come out true. So you'll see that it is coming out false. So these are our relationship operators. The other relationship operator you'll commonly see is the squiggly line, then equal sign. This is not equals to. So this will come out true if these two are not equal. Let's go ahead and save, and we'll see that this comes out true. So this is a great example of checking if something is not the same as something else. So this is false because var does equal var. So those are some of the most common expressions that you'll be using, and you can see through this final document it covers some of the examples that we just went over. In our next step, we're going to go through statements, the if statement and for statement, the ones that we will be using most commonly in our code, and we will be using quite a bit of these expressions. If you have any questions with these, you can look at the Lua manual, which was included in the earlier section, and they have a detailed description of these expressions. Thank you.